Okay, so we're back with our live coverage here in the Big Easy for the Bob Vera's Insiders Forum Conference. And with me now I have Lily Vittayarukskul, which I tried that like 5 times. That's as good as I can get. Tell us what it is, because I want to know what it is again for the audience.
Vittayarukskul.
Vittayarukskul. It's a pretty name. I have a hard time with it. But we had a chat last night. You were at the dinner, the speaker's dinner, and you have something that's really fascinating. So I'm glad that you had some time for us here today to talk about what you're doing within the long-term care industry. And I believe you're speaking on stage tomorrow. Tell us, if you would please, what you're going to talk about.
Fantastic. So we are speaking, both my co-founder and I, Evan, are speaking tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central Time. And we are a first mover bringing AI into personalizing long-term care planning.
Okay, sounds good. So we hear AI a lot, we hear long-term care planning a lot. How are you melding those two together?
So there's 2 types of AI that is really hot right now. There is AI that personalizes and predicts trajectory. So that's exactly what we do. We built AI that predicts what that future client's long-term care needs and the associated cost is going to look like. And there's a second type of AI, which is being able to analyze various policies and automate a lot of the manual tasks that actually comes with how do we know what products or investment strategies to put into our plan. And if I were interested in a product, how do I make it as easy as possible to go through the underwriting and application process? So we've went ahead and automated that as well with AI.
Okay, sounds good. So give me like a practical application. So
Yeah.
I'm not a reporter, right? I actually have a firm, Sovereign Financial. I'm just a curious advisor and I have a camera and I go to a lot of conferences. So we do long-term care at our shop. I tend to farm it out to other agents to do. We're a planning first firm. And so we don't want to become long-term care experts per se. We're going to bring in the long-term care expert, but we recognize the need for it for a lot of folks. How practically will I be able to bring that into Sovereign to help our advisors help their clients understand long-term care better?
That's a really fantastic question. So in a nutshell, you'll be able to become the LTC expert without needing to be an expert. So you would be able to bring it completely in-house through our AI software platform. So it's incredibly simple. We start with a 3-minute intake survey where we're learning more about the client. We're learning their socio-demographic background, medical background, financial background, and we look at the lookalike families where we have over 500 million data points of families that we've been following for many decades so that we can look at the lookalikes and show you in real time exactly what this client's long-term care needs are going to look like, the progression, how family members step in, and all of a sudden you've already built out that care plan automatically through the predictions. And it's just about tweaking that if you want to. But from there, you have a pretty precise sense of, for Jane Doe in this case, she has a 73% likelihood of needing care. It'll happen around age 83. She'll probably start needing early care for about 18 months, moderate care for about another 12 months, and then, later stage or nursing home level care for about maybe 2 years. And that's going to all accumulate to about, $2.2 million in the future to cover. From there, you could go ahead and add in how you want to self-fund for the events, and then how you might want to look into protection products in this space. So with one click, you could actually do any one of these things and find the optimal financial plan for your clients all in the same session.
Interesting. And I know you mentioned this last night, and I was like, well, that's kind of neat. Did you say 500 million data points?
That is correct.
How did you get those 500 million data points?
We'll have that's a fantastic question. So we have a combination of public and proprietary data sets from a variety of sources, like both governmental, private, some of the largest like LTC providers. We stitched it all together. It took us 2 years of R&Ding to build out these first ever morbidity algorithms that actually predicts the progression of those care needs in a way that is stunning to the life insurance space as well.
Interesting. So, and I'm sorry, you got them from the actual long-term care providers, the insurance carriers?
Yeah, we have that as well as a variety of like self-reported, academic, and governmental institutional data.
Okay, so once I do that 3-minute intake, you're going to then match that with those 500 million data points. And it's essentially going to give me, not an absolute certainty, because you can't possibly do that, but a likelihood of that level of specificity that you just gave me that example for that Jane Doe person? Yeah.
Exactly. That is correct. We also share we're not trying to be a crystal ball in any sense, and we also tell clients this is not a crystal ball. It's not exactly what's going to happen. But this is a whole lot better than national averages and the zip code calculators that we do use, where the client just does not lean into this conversation today without our system.
So it's almost like a mini underwriting, it sounds like. Is that fair to say?
I would say we hypercharge what that underwriting process and should look like, including the transparency around, what your risk looks like, what products would you most likely get qualified for, and which are you likely going to get declined, so that you can set the appropriate expectations. And then we also help you navigate the application process, where we fill out or we skip over 70% of that policy application in real time, so that you can actually fill that out within a couple of minutes in the same session.
All right, very cool. And as we're coming up on time here, something that I thought would be interesting, and I think you're working on this, if I recall from last night correctly, integrations with financial planning systems. So we're a big e-money shop at Sovereign. Are you guys working on some integrations with that to make it easier for us to incorporate this in our planning?
Yep, so we're in the middle of pretty deep conversations across like eMoney, MoneyGuide Pro, Right Capital, as well as some of the largest CRMs, whether it's Salesforce or Wealthbox. And so I would say within the next several months, and if not shorter than that for many integrations, we should have those in place so that you're easily able to upload a massive amount of like clients like into the system and add in your personalized copy and touch to how you want them to understand this event and have that data feedback.
All right, well, that sounds really cool and a good place to put a pin in it for today. Lily, thanks so much for joining us. Oh, and one more time, what's the name of the company and how can people get in touch with you if they want to learn more?
Name of the company is Waterlily, like the flower.com, and you could go ahead and sign up for a free trial today so that you could get started, or sign up on a wait list if that is your preference. So we can reach out to you there.
All right, sounds good. And Lily, thanks again. This was really interesting information.
Fantastic.
All
Thank
right,
you.
so we're going to continue our coverage a little bit later this afternoon. As I mentioned, I probably should have started with this. If it seems a little quiet and desolate back there, it's because there's a huge super session happening downstairs. Once that is done, you're going to see all these folks come on up. So for the afternoon sessions, I think you'll see the type of buzz that you've come accustomed to for the Investment News goRIA on location. So stay tuned for that. But for now, Lily, thanks again for that content. It was really helpful. And I will see you guys in a few hours after lunch with some more content. Thanks for joining us. Take care.